Well, apparently, like I think the conspiracy theory is that the virus did not come from a wet market, but maybe from the
Oh,
institute,
yeah,
and
so yeah, I saw
the
some of
Chinese
them.
government has been aware of this the entire time, and just kind of put the blame on the wet markets when they had to, and stuff like that. Because there was a patient zero that worked at that institute, who has been kind of scrubbed from the books, blah blah blah, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm, well, it's like, well, one thing that we know for sure. So there's a paper that analyzed this hypothesis that's been out there that people put that is engineered or somebody put this virus together artificially.
Mhm,
So there's a paper in Nature Medicine that actually analyzed this
mhm,
and then look at how this thing was, how would anybody engineer something like this, given the
mhm,
knowledge that you had from SARS and
mhm,
given the large knowledge that you had. And it's basically like everything that this virus has done to change itself is not consistent with people would the way people would engineer. So there's no real evidence that it's engineered, and it's much more similar to this thing. We can
mm,
not say that is like it was, and also it doesn't look like anything that escaped. It's not like directly from something that we know of.
mhm,
It's like different enough that we think that is natural. And
mhm,
there's actually like it's been like two or three papers that conclude the same thing that have been like with through careful analysis show that this thing looks like something naturally evolved. It doesn't
right,
look like anything engineered. Because when you engineer stuff, you leave a little bit of you leave a signature behind. Like say
right,
when you, for example, if you were to build something, you have, for example, certain type of screws or certain things to put things together. When
right.
you genetically engineer stuff, you leave a little bit of stuff behind. And
Mm,
these and the signature of how you put it together is like it can be seen in there. And
mhm,
none of the stuff is there. So we really don't think that
mm.
this is
I think the
engineered.
conspiracy I heard was had not didn't say that it was engineered by the lab, but rather it was transmitted to a human through maybe some mess up, blood being spilled, urine being sprayed, whatever,
Well, if
and
it's urine,
then
then it's probably not because we're seeing that the urine doesn't seem to have any virus.
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, but
poop does.
basically, the
Poop
conspiracy
does.
is
Yeah.
that the government knew about this the entire time and like just didn't act on it, kind of like how our government is.
Well, I think it's like it would be very stupid to deal to shut down your own country like that. I sure economically it certainly doesn't make any sense.